The judge said I didn't stand a chance. The judge smirked and told me, "You don't stand a chance." My own lawyer urged me to apologize and settle, to walk away before I lost everything. I stayed quiet. A month later, when the ruling came down in my favor, every smug face in that courtroom finally realized who had outsmarted whom. 6 months earlier, my business partner, Derek Patterson, walked into my office with a resignation letter. We'd built our digital marketing firm from nothing. 5 years of sweat, debt, and 80-hour weeks. "No hard feelings, Jack," he said, smiling like a friend. "I just need a change." 2 weeks later, our biggest client pulled out, then another, and another. Within a month, $2 million in contracts had evaporated. I checked LinkedIn. There it was. Derek's shiny new agency, Patterson Creative. Every client who had decided to go in a different direction was now on his roster. I called him. "It's just business, Jack," he said. "Clients can choose who they want. You can't own relationships." Technically true, but legally, he'd signed a non-compete and a non-solicitation clause, and he'd violated both. I filed suit. Derek hired Richard Ashford, the most ruthless corporate attorney in the state, a man who'd never lost a case. Derek showed up at the first hearing in a tailored $5,000 suit and a smirk that screamed, "I've already won." When the judge read our complaint, he barely skimmed it before giving me a patronizing look over his glasses. "Mr. Hayes," he said, "this is circumstantial at best. Clients have free will. Unless you can prove direct solicitation, you don't stand a chance." The words landed like a gavel before the hearing even began. Derek leaned back, smiling. Richard stood up, all smooth arrogance. "Your Honor, this is clearly a case of sour grapes. My client is simply more competent. We request immediate dismissal and that Mr. Hayes cover our legal fees." The judge nodded. "That seems reasonable." During recess, I saw Richard corner my lawyer. My guy came back pale. "Jack, they're offering a settlement. You pay Derek $50,000, sign an NDA, and walk away. If we go to trial and lose, you'll owe double that in legal fees. The judge clearly hates our case. What do you think we should do?" I asked. "Honestly, take the deal." Across the room, Derek laughed with Richard. They looked relaxed, victorious. "No," I said quietly. "We're going to trial." My lawyer blinked. "Jack, this could bankrupt you." "I heard you," I said. "We're going to trial." What no one in that courtroom knew was that for the past 3 weeks, I'd been working with a forensic IT specialist. See, Derek had been sloppy. When he resigned, he still used his company email for 2 weeks, and our email ran on a company server that logged everything. Every login, every download, every single file access, timestamped and archived. We had proof that he'd emailed our clients directly using that account. Proof that he'd downloaded our entire client database, proposals, pricing sheets, contracts, even internal strategy docs. And the best part? He'd done it after registering his new company. But I couldn't reveal any of that yet. I needed him confident. I needed him to lie under oath. The trial came a month later. Richard strutted in, grinning like he was about to watch a man drown. Derek took the stand first. He was smooth, charming, rehearsed. Under oath, he swore he hadn't taken a single file. He said all the clients had reached out to him. "I built my agency from scratch," he said, voice steady. "I never used anything from our old firm. I'd never do that." I nodded to my lawyer. We handed the judge a folder, 312 pages of digital logs, each page printed and time-stamped. Every access, every download, every client email sent from Derek's account after his resignation. 847 files total. The courtroom went silent. Richard's smile disappeared. Derek's face turned ghost white. The judge leaned forward, squinting at the documents. "Mr. Patterson, did you just commit perjury in my courtroom?" No one spoke. The ruling came 4 weeks later. Derek was ordered to pay $4.3 million in damages, triple the value of the contracts he'd stolen. His company collapsed within 6 weeks. When the final judgment was read, the same judge who once mocked me wouldn't meet my eyes. I didn't say a word. I just gathered my papers, stood up, and walked out, leaving Derek to figure out what losing everything really feels like.